Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man episode 6 through 8. Let's get into it. When it came to this fight scene between Spider-Man and Daredevil, overall, this was top tier. The thing we also must realize in this moment that he also planted the seed that is further going to sprout into something else. Meaning, we all remember when Daredevil told Peter, like, hey, he's not who you think he is. And the whole time he's not, because what Peter fails to realize is that Norman is using Peter as Spider-Man for his own personal gain into the government. It shows that Norman, at the end of the day, is a sheep in wolf's clothing, because you have to think about it. I'm presenting myself to you as somebody that's very caring, enduring, and as wants you to reach your most best potential. But at the same time, it can also elevate my image in the process. Because I really wouldn't be surprised at this moment he feels like he got Peter wrapped around his finger. Because it's only a matter of time before the two fall out and we eventually get the feud that has always been circulating in the comic books. And another thing I would like to add as well, how can you really sit here and say that you care for him the whole time when this man was literally screaming for help after, Scorpion put them paws on him? You were more concerned about the whereabouts of Otto Octavius, because at the end of the day, Peter could have lost his life in the process, and overall, this is a turning point in Peter's superhero career, where he is dealing with extreme PTSD from dealing with Scorpion. But I think with every superhero, there comes a time and point in their career when they deal with somebody that gets the best of them and they question if they can really complete the job. Which I understand that they feel helpless in that moment, but do not let that one thing determine if you really want to continue this, because what if later in life you regret the fact that, hey, I gave up on this? We also see Otto is quite the character in this moment, because whole time bro was literally hitting a 1-2 step as he was trying to escape from the warehouse from the help of the tentacles that he'll eventually die. Honestly, I cannot wait to see the overall conversation between him and Norman. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a temp of Otto trying to escape in the process while we watch this TV show and Spider-Man tries to apprehend him. And then in that moment, I think they're going to have a one-on-one conversation when he tells him about Norman. Because at the end of the day, who knows Norman best? I understand Nico feels some way about being left out, about Peter being Spider-Man. But I feel like in Peter's sense, he just don't want her to be worried about him, because you have to think about it. You're taking on life-death situations by dealing with people who are enhanced. And on top of that, with every superhero, they don't want the people that's close to them to get hurt. So why would I sit here, bring you into this, then something happens to you, now it's on my conscience. Now I feel guilty and responsible for your well-being. And the only reason Harry knows at this moment is because he walked in and found out by his dad. And the overall dynamic I see between Nico and Harry, there's a lot of chemistry, and I wouldn't be surprised if this grows into something more to the point where they're dating. But I also see Peter get jealous in the possible future. Lonnie has so much potential to become bigger than what he is and actually be a great example for the community that he comes from. And he's still using that potential, but instead of it being on the football team that he's no longer a part of, it'll be used a part of this game. And you start to see it when they go meet up with Chameleon, possibly get weapons to outbest the games that is a part of Scorpions. Even though Big Donovan loves to see it, but you also got to realize in situations like these, he is eventually going to see it as a threat. The only reason I say that is because think about it. Remember when Lonnie was sitting there chanting everybody on, talking about 1/10, 1/10. If Lonnie starts to make a bunch of strategic moves, he might possibly put him in a position where, guess what? You're no longer running the game, or something might happen to you. You never know. Last but not least, I had love to see Chameleon in this overall scene. I love the world building. I can't wait to see what he is made of as we see more of him in this TV show.